Hello ladies and laddos. What I have for you today is this magnificent creation known as the Ekranoplan. The Ekranoplan was invented by... oh god, I'm gonna get this so fucking wrong. Rostislav Yevgenyevich Alexeyev? I hope I said that correctly. In 1964, and was also referred to as the Caspian Sea Monster. You're going to see why. It is absolutely huge. Yeah, it was absolutely freaking huge. It was 92 meters long and had a wingspan of about 38 meters. It was like 37 and a half for the normal wings. And of course you have that huge tail stabilizer, which was half a meter shorter, I think. You can see me just looking at some pictures of it, then texting my friend because he was annoying me. Because obviously I'm not going to build that like from my head out of memory. No way. It's a very weird looking thing. It weighed in at around 240 tons when it was empty, so when nothing was being transported, and its max weight was around 554 tons, so that was the max weight it could lift off with. So whenever it did like a transport, that was max. You can also see me constructing a little transporter, which I thought I was going to need, but as you can see, I didn't end up using it. It worked fine. I didn't get the Ekranoplan on it though. But yeah, you can see me do my first test, which didn't work because I didn't have enough lift, and yeah, I crashed. Alright, you can see that I have like these little floaty things on the side of the main wings. And this was actually a plane that could land and take off from or in water. So yeah, it's an absolute beast of a plane slash boat or whatever. But the thing is, it could only lift up about 400 meters off the ground or off the surface of the water. Because it was relying on the so-called ground effect, which is creating more lift if you're closer to the ground. So the closer the wings are to the ground, the more lift you get, but that of course is less if you're higher. So it didn't end up producing enough lift to really fly that high. But yeah, you might wonder where these freaking behemoths are now. And of course, sadly, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, these things were discontinued in 1991. Yeah, you can see me try to build something with struts, because I thought it would look cool, but I'm an idiot, and I didn't think that turbines trying to push the struts, which are right behind them, would produce zero lift or zero thrust. So yeah, it just ended up pushing against itself, and I ended up removing the struts. And it wobbles around a bit on the start, but it can definitely work better without the struts. So you can actually see I ended up building a second tail stabilizer, and ended up also angling the upper one up a bit, and I don't think it was that like usually, or at least I didn't see one like that, but I just think it looks very cool. So now onto the first good test, which actually worked. Yay, spoilers. Yeah, there you can see it from the front, and you can just imagine what it would be like if this thing just came at you over the sea. It would be freaking scary. Just a flying boat. But yeah, this took a lot of time. Like, not the research or anything, because research is not that hard on this thing. It wasn't really a hidden thing after the collapse. But the building, oh god, the building. I had around an hour of footage just for the building part. So, yeah, it took a long time, and I sped it up by 25 times, and it still was 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes long. Gosh, it was a long thing. Down 12. So yeah, you can see me lift off and flying with this monstrous thing, and it just looks so cool. Mine is way better than the Soviet thing, of course. Mine can lift more than 14 meters. I just looked at the height. Yeah, mine can definitely lift more than 14 meters off the ground. Yeah. So it's pretty hard to control. It like tends to slide to the sides. And I wanted to land on the lake, but somehow my KSP is broken. I don't know why it breaks after you download 200 mods. I mean, come on, game. Work with me, right? Yeah, my game's broken. So I tried to land, but there was like an edge of water, which was invisible, but it didn't like stop my Ekranoplan. It just acted as a force on it, and then disaster struck after I tried to land in the visual water. So yeah, Soviet Ekranoplan just got freaking wrecked by invisible water. Man. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, which is hopefully a bit longer and hopefully a bit more enjoyable than the last one. I'm just trying to get into my new editing software, and yeah, I was used to using Shotcut on my old channels, and a friend recommended me this one, so I'm just doing this, like these few videos, just like a bit of a training, you know, so I can work on my editing. But yeah, if you enjoyed, how about you leave a like and subscribe? Small thing for you, man, and a big one for me. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one.